Welcome to Ask Deanna. This is your source for headbanging wisdom and cutting-edge reality. And come and join me and my team, and we'll give you some of the best social arguments on the planet. Guaranteed information that you can use or share with others. Come join us. You're inside the Ask Deanna show. This is where you get that headbanging wisdom and cutting-edge reality. And this, of course, is where you hear some of the best social arguments on the planet. So make sure you keep it here where we do what, Yolanda?
Keep it real.
Keeping it real for real.
Warning. Mature audiences only. You're inside Ask Deanna. Real people, real advice. Headbanging talk about sex, politics, family, religion, and much, much more. Conversations and advice guaranteed to change your life, your mind, and your relationship. Starting right here, right now. Ask Deanna. Hey, you're inside the show. That's right, the Ask Deanna radio show that gives you that headbanging wisdom and cutting-edge advice. And we bring you the absolute best social arguments, that's right, that you will ever hear. We're here every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. discussing those issues and finding a solution. If you would like to be a part of the show, it's easy. All you have to do is give us a call. That number is 310-674-KTYM. And Ask Deanna radio show is brought to you by Pitbull Energy Drink. Today we're talking about child support from a man's point of view. And we have our special guests here. We have Tony and Elton, Kanza, Shanikra, and we have our life coach, Renina Mentor. We will be talking about child support, some of these things that are near and dear to our heart. And of course, men, if you're paying child support, these things are going to be close to your pocketbook as well. Talking about economic suicide for single mothers, the 3 A's, adoption, abandonment, or abortion. Also, the child support solutions for irresponsible men and women. And since we're talking about child support and kids are involved, does this child have a right to receive child support from both parents, not Uncle Sam? That's right, not the welfare system. Welcome, everybody. You guys ready to jump into it?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's what I like. Enthusiasm.
How many of you women, now let's get eyeball to eyeball honest.
Get it.
How many of you women would want a guy to look you in the eye and say, look, I like you, I'm romantically interested in you. I would like to do the stupperoo with you, and obviously you would with me. So then, if you have an unwanted pregnancy or an unintended pregnancy, will you exercise your choice to have an abortion?
No.
Okay, let's talk about.
Are you
because wait a minute.
Go
ahead. Because if fornication, first of all, we have these women and even church women who fornicate profusely.
It's amazing that your assumption is that all women even want children.
Okay,
why are we still stuck on
holier
blame?
than thou.
Okay, let me explain.
If they can fornicate, then they can own up to that responsibility.
Now, let me say this. In the Bible, where does it say sex is fornication? The physical contact is not the fornication.
Well,
let me finish. The fornication is when you're being intimate and what's in your heart and your intentions. Because if physical contact was fornication, then we all going to hell behind a French kiss.
Sexual intercourse.
Is a woman fornicating by herself? It seems to me if we're going to talk about fornicators taking responsibility for fornication, then both parents should take responsibility.
The word is fornication. If fornication occurs outside of a committed relationship, then of course the partners can craft whatever solution they want. But if we're talking about an unintended, unwanted pregnancy, then men and women should be upfront about what they want and decide what they're going to do, which they usually don't.
Elton, the
present system isn't working.
Okay, but Elton, you seem to think of babies as something like collateral
and
damage.
Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a
Elton,
change.
what about the idea that a woman gets pregnant, she's thinking that, hey, I really don't want to get pregnant, but I'm pregnant. Now I have this child, I'm carrying it, and I feel like this is a life and I don't want to destroy it. And guess what? I also feel like this is my child and I'm going to raise it.
What is the best interest of the child?
My opinion?
To have two responsible parents, whether they wanted to be or planned to be or not.
You got to be responsible. Now, Elton, something that I mentioned is this. You said in your earlier point, if